Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, today I would like to actually show to you how actually you can actually use Mendeley to properly cite um, your thesis using what you call it, citing in text. In text, which means that whenever you write it, you want to actually insert your citation um, in the text, okay, not at the end of the text, but in the text. Now, for example, here I have one of my student, we call it thesis. So one of my supervisee. So basically, she has been using Mendeley for the first time. So I'd like to show to all of you on how you want to actually to use Mendeley to properly cite a journal or like whatever reference that you are using in text. Okay, in text. For example, this sentence here. All right, this sentence. Okay, I will highlight the sentence first so that we know that this is the sentence that we are going to call it to do. Um, now, um, okay, the sentence says that it is described. So I think we should put this. It is described by Byrne and Scapens 2000, donated ways for doing and thinking. It was built in a social way, including routine behaviors. Well, I'm not really sure what is actually the sentence mean. Okay, it is described by Burns and Scapen 2000 uh, as a donated as I think as a donated waste. Donated waste. Probably it's not a donated waste. Probably it's as ways, okay, for doing and thinking. It was built in a social way, including behaviors, routine behaviors. Right now, okay, this is a problem with writing. Okay, we need to read it many times so that we can see whether what is actually the sentence means, so that it can actually I mean, it can make sense to other people who will be reading it. I'm not really sure what is actually this sentence is all about. It is described by Byrne and Skippen 2000 ways of doing and thinking what, right? So I just put what is it? What? Okay, with a question mark here. And it was built in a social way, including written. This is also hanging, okay, that providing different ways to deal with the uncertain of the text world. Furthermore, qualified with individual lectures to have the ability to understand and give. Now, this is actually one of the things that the uh, student has to really avoid. Okay, trying to explain everything, okay, in a sentence with a lot of commas here, right? So we have one, two, three, okay, I think four commas altogether. So which is quite this is quite lengthy, and it might confuse the readers. So try to actually to provide a, what I call it, a shorter sentence so that it is easier to understand. Okay. If I read it again, it's described by Byrne and Scapen 2000 as ways for doing and thinking. What? Okay, it was due. Okay, this should be only one sentence. Okay, we can just make this as one sentence, and then we look at this next sentence. It was built in a social way, including routine behaviors that providing different ways to deal with uncertain and complex world. Furthermore, qualify the individual actors to have ability to understand the action as well as the action of others. Now, I know there are something that the author is actually trying to convey here, but I mean the sentence are we call it hanging. Right? So this is the problem of doing of writing. Okay. All right. Now let's say, okay, what I'm going to see this is actually the problem is here. Okay, citation in text. This is in text. Okay, if it is at the end of the text, it should be here, right? Then it should not be a problem if you want to use at the end of the sentence. But since since she's using what we call it in text citation, now this should not be what we call it. They should not be a what we call it uh, parenthesis over there. It should be here, right? Now, okay. Now this is doing it manually, but how are you going to use it if you want to use it using Mendeley? So it's very easy. So firstly, you need to have Mendeley. Okay. So okay, undo manual edit. Right. You need to have Mendeley first. Okay, you need to have Mendeley. Okay, it's already been in Mendeley. So this okay, what you have to do here, if this is being done in Mendeley, what you have to do, you go to reference. Okay, this is your Mendeley, what you call it, menu. Now you go to edit citation, right? Burns 2000. So this is the citation. You want it um, to be in text. So what you're gonna do is that, okay, first I have to cancel it first. Okay, you just copy this. All right, copy the author's name. Oh, sorry. Okay, copy the author's name. You just copy the author's name, right? And then you just paste it outside of the parentheses, right? And and then after that, you go to edit citation. Okay, you edit citation. You go to reference. Go for edit for citation. Edit citation, right? And then click on Burns here. Now you go. You have to suppress the author, so only the date will appear. So you suppress the author, then click OK. Okay, now this is actually how we actually want to cite in text, okay, whereby the author's okay name you have to copy and then paste it outside the parentheses, and then you go for citation, edit citation, and then you what you call it suppress the author. And if it is in the end of the text, so I think it's okay. This is the right way, right? If it is at the end of the text, but if it is in text, then you have to do like this: Burns and Scapen, okay, 2000, okay, as ways of doing things. So that is how you actually can do and can use Mendeley for we call it uh, citing and in-text reference. So if you have any question, please you can ask me. And with that, I'll let you end the session at the moment and see you in the next time. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.